Hey everyone, it's me, the Goat Billy. This episode is the final 2 days of the extended backpacking trip on the North Coast Trail. Join me as I find Cloud World on top of a lucky mountain and stroll upon the beach to find washed up jellos.
Good morning. The wolves are out and the bears are out. It's been a very active morning. All I've been hearing for the past hour or so is just crashing through the woods. And now the wolves are howling, but it's time for me to get up. I need to go climb a mountain. I'm packed up and I'm good to go. Tree World, or as most would call it, Eric Lake, has been a great treat. Had an amazing sleep last night. It was beyond quiet. You could hear yourself think. You could hear the blood vessels in your ear. Now it was quite a bit of a change from sleeping on the ocean for the past 5 days. While that was a change, I'll be going back to the ocean today. I'll be going to San Josef Bay and I'll be climbing St. Patrick Mountain. It should be a pretty good hike and I'm pretty excited for it. Apparently at the top, there's an amazing view. Oh, my backpack's sneaking away on me. It wants to go already. I don't know if I'm gonna beat the low tide today because I'm pretty much at low tide. Woke up a little later than intended. I think it's about time for me to say goodbye to Tree World. Goodbye, Tree World. You've been great. Come join me at Find an Ewok one day. All right, let's get going.
Here we go.
Hello, little squirrel buddy. I got no candy for you.
Today's adventure starts at Eric Lake. We stroll through the forest for about 2.5 kilometers before we make it to the junction. Make sure to keep to the true path. If you turn left, that leads to the parking lot. The path continues on for another couple of clicks before we make it to the first beach. This is a popular spot for people who like to car camp and can be quite noisy and chaotic. If you're like me and need some peace and tranquility on your adventures, Second Beach is only another kilometer away. If the tide is high, you'll have to take the inland route to get there. If you are blessed with a low tide, you can take the much easier beach access. If you got time, you can explore the little peninsula island. I'm setting up camp at Second Beach and then summiting Mount St. Patrick. From camp, it's a moderate climb through the forest for about 3 kilometers with 350 meters of elevation. If you made it this far, I highly recommend going the extra mile and summiting this mountain to end your trip. Once you're up here, it's a nice, easy, steady decline for about 3 kilometers back to camp. You can make a day trip out here, no problem. I decided to spend the night here to let all the good times soak into my soul. The next day is an easy breezy 4-kilometer hike back to the parking lot where I will be picked up by the North Coast Trail shuttle bus. Over the course of 2 days, it will be about 17 kilometers with 660 meters of elevation. Let's do this.
That's a monster cedar.
Looks like the tide is just low enough for me to pass onto Second Beach by taking the beach instead of the overland route. So I think if I hurry, I can definitely make it. Let's go. I've got this much time left. It worked out perfect. Could be a little creek in here. Oh yeah. There's some flowing water. It doesn't look like it is tannin infested. Nice. Nice, that's what I like to see. This is what I like to see. Okay, nice little pool right there. Perfect. The legends were true. Going to be making my way all the way up to Mount St. Patrick. Legend has it that there's a bog full, and I mean full, of only 4-leaf clovers. Let's see if the fable is true. To St. Patrick's we go. There's a second reliable water source here. This is going up the way to St. Patrick's Mountain. And yeah, this one, there's a good alternate water source if the one by the washrooms and the food storage lockers ran dry. The only thing is it's a bit out of the way and you have to do a steep incline followed by a steep decline to get here. But it's maybe over the course of 200 meters. Yeah, it looks like pretty good water here too. And it's flowing decently well. So yeah, if you're ever in a pinch, come up St. Patty's. You won't be disappointed. Onward. I'm a sweaty spaghetti. I have made it to the top of Mount St. Patrick. From one world to another, from tree world to cloud world, here I am. The winds are a bit violent today, to say the least. It is like being in the middle of a cloud right now. I think I literally am in the middle of a cloud. It's not raining. Looks like it's raining, but yeah, it's not wet out. But I'm definitely in the middle of a cloud. How special is that? Down yonder, that is where I am sleeping tonight, on that beach. Made it up here in an hour and a half. It was a bit of a trek, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't too bad till I got here. Not saying that it's bad here, it's just a little, you know, unpleasant. If I didn't have this windbreaker, I would be freezing to death right now. So I'm glad I brought it. Oh man. What a week though, hey? Did the whole North Coast Trail, finished that in 4 days. Went to the lighthouse, stayed at Nell's Bite for 2 days. Went to Tree World. Now here I am in Cloud World. Completed the whole itinerary and it feels great. I'm gonna have some cashews and have a drink of water and hang out here for a bit, despite it being a little bit unfavorable. Can't just go back down once you've gone all that way up. All right, see you guys in a bit. Whichever frog told me that there was 4-leaf clovers at the top of Mount St. Patrick, he was a fibber. That fable is a lie. There's no such thing as 4-leaf clovers everywhere, but there is a bunch of these little berries. Check it out. I've hung out here for about half an hour or so. The wind is quite relentless. I took cover behind those little tiny trees. But yeah, getting a little cold, so I need to get moving before I get to the hypothermic zone, and that's no good, especially when you're by yourself. So yeah, it cleared up a little bit up here, which is nice, but yeah, it's time for me to go. Goodbye, Mount St. Patrick. It's been a blast. You can do this in a day trip, no problem. It's only 3 kilometers to the trailhead and another 3 kilometers up the mountain. It's not too bad. Anyone can give this one a go. All right, time to go back to camp before I turn into an icicle. I haven't found a 4-leaf clover yet, but I found a 4-leaf froggo. Bits of a rainy adventure. I found myself a little washed up jellyfish. They are indeed very squishy. Generally there's 2 low tides and 2 high tides in a day. The last high tide was around 1 o'clock. It was a lower high tide, so this is as far as it got. Tell because there's a bunch of seaweed kind of all in a line there. And then this was last night's high tide, which was higher than the last high tide. You with me still? So yeah, you can just tell it's like in a straight line. Today it's actually going to be a bit more of a high tide than this. I think it's about 12 more centimeters, so you know, my tent's right there. So I really hope it doesn't get much closer than that. We will see. But yeah, the difference between these two were 50 centimeters in tide. So I mean, 12 centimeters probably will get out. Well, maybe to the first little patches of grass out here. But hopefully I don't get rogue waved, because that would be bad. But I should be fine. The rain has tapered off quite a bit, and this tree up here is providing quite a bit of cover, so I don't think I'm gonna set up a tarp today. But I think I'm gonna kick back, relax, have an extra golden soup, and have a tea. Because why not? It's only 3 o'clock, and I got nothing else to do on this lovely rainy afternoon. I think I'm gonna go walk the lovely beach for a bit. It's a gorgeous evening. The rain's let up. It's perfect. Let's go enjoy this final sunset together. It may look like Jell-O, but don't eat this. Now you see why it's called a jellyfish. It is Jello, the original Jello. Yar, you see that? It's the dusk of the final tide, yar. Matey, we found another Jello. Look at all these little Jellos. 1 Jello, 2 Jello, 3 Jello, 4 Jello, 5 Jello, 6 Jello. Look at this monster. This thing is a beast. He was king of the seas at one point. And last but not least, 7 Jello. What another wonderful day. Thus concludes day 7. The final night of my North Coast Trail adventure. It truly was something else. Met a lot of cool people, went to a lot of spectacular places. Yeah, I did everything I wanted to do. You know how at the end of the trip, you get those end of the trip blues? That's kind of how I feel right now. A little bit sad that it's all over. But the only reason I feel that way is because I had such a great time. I would recommend everyone giving this one a go. It was a spectacular adventure from start to finish. The start was, quite brutal. The first 20 kilometers, the first 2 days. Those were probably my favorite days though. There was just something special about it. Just the ruggedness of it all, the hard work of it all, how good the meals tasted at the end of the day, even though it was just dehydrated slop and noodles. Even though it got easier, it was still just a lot of fun. Such a great time. And even today, wasn't much of a crazy hike up to St. Patrick's Mountain, but it was one that just kind of ended the trail on a great note. And as soon as I got to the top and started making my way down, it started to rain. The weather was holding out for me. If you want to come to San Josef Bay, it's only a 3-kilometer hike from the trailhead. The nice part about it is you can bring little trolleys, little wagons if you want. The road is wide enough and flat enough where you can have a real good time if you want. And there were certainly a lot of partiers leaving this morning. It was quite comical to see some of them carrying out all their garbage in giant garbage bags and hearing the bottles rattle around. The beach is big enough where you can go party on the east end, come have a chill time on the second beach on the west end with the rest of the backpackers. It's dog friendly here, so you can bring your dog on a leash and you can bring your kids, bring your family, and just, explore the great outdoors. Definitely recommend this to everyone of all abilities because you will have a great time. All great times have an end, and I think this is about it. The mist is rolling in, the sun is going down, and the dusk is about to take over into night.
Looks like a fine morning. Hey, at least I don't have to pack up in the rain today. Yay.
Time to go make some soup and tea. I'm packed up and I'm good to go. The weather can't decide if it wants to be foggy or sunny or a little bit of both. But you know what? It's not raining, so I'll take it. This is the 8th day, the final day. And as much fun as I had this whole trip, I'm about ready to go. I could use a real cooked meal and a nice hot shower and a proper bed to sleep in. This adventure has been absolutely spectacular. If you have a lot of ambition and are seeking a challenge, you should definitely give this one a go. The North Coast Trail and the extended trip. It'll be worth your time and you'll come back as a brand new person. I feel absolutely refreshed to have done this. I have to say, honestly, it's the best thing I've ever done. It feels great. I hope that I've inspired one of you to come do the North Coast Trail and the extended trip. Ending it off at San Josef Bay was a real treat. The second beach was nice and quiet, and the people here were very friendly. I'm starting to feel like Anakin at the end of episode 2, where he tells Padme that he hates the sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere. And that it does. But this stuff, it's not coarse, it's not rough, but it does get everywhere. It's very fine and silky and smooth, but I think that's worse than the coarse big sand because it literally will get into everything. It's like almost as fine as air is. I got a bus waiting for me at the parking lot, so I think it's time to say goodbye to San Josef Bay. Goodbye, San Josef Bay. You've been great. It's been a real treat to do this and the whole trip. All right, let's go catch a bus. If the tides are in your favor, then you can pass here. You see that barnacle line there? That is where the tide can reach up to. If the tides are high and you're unable to pass, there's a spot in the woods where you can bypass. Goodbye, first beach. It's nice knowing ya. Woo! Made it back in one piece. Hey, you made it.
Oh yeah. Gonna lay it down.
God, it was amazing.
Yeah, I've been making pizza most nights here. So pizza's going out, the recipe up there too.
Oh, sweet, right?
Yeah, and I left my flour, all my flour up there too, so you guys can use that.
Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Good.
Just
Lay her flat.
Pulls in that side.
I don't got poles.
Nice. Wow. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I was looking at that first stage killed.
There we go. Awesome.
I bring like like enough food for like 3 to 7
Highway trucks and fat trucks. These orange ones that you see inside here, it's almost fat truck.
Just stopped in Holberg and got a couple of brewskis and a bag of Doritos. So yeah, you'll stop here on your way back to Port Hardy. I heard a fable about the shoe tree, and here it is. Legend has it that this is where the hikers from the North Coast Trail go to offer their footwear to the ant gods.
The blue water bottle in there. It was
Thank you all for watching the extended North Coast backpacking trip. I departed for this adventure back in August of 2024, and after 2 years of finally getting around to editing this series, I can still say, without a shadow of a doubt, it was the best thing I've ever done for myself. Give it a go if you are able. You'll be in for the best time of your life. The first 2 days will kick your butt, but after that, it is pure bliss. Realign with nature and set your soul free. Come join me. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.